Today we'll be doing a prize picks video on the MLB. So I was going to come to you with 4 picks. My fourth pick of the day ended up being a DNP for Lance McCullers. I wanted his over 6.5 strikeout play or his over fantasy score. I was fine with. But I do still have 4 plays for you today. Let's get to the first one. It's going to be a strikeout prop. And it is going to be Miles Mikolas. So if we look at Mikolas on Pinnacle, which is the sharpest book out there, he is heavily juiced at 4.5 strikeouts for a minus 141. Very, very safe pick against Milwaukee, who has been striking out hard against righties lately. So that is pick number one. Next, we're going to be going to a pitcher fantasy score. Hunter Green has already been bumped from 33.5 to 35.5. Still way too low. He's projected for 7.5 strikeouts is his line. He's projected at that number. He has some plus money against it. So I don't like the strikeout prop, but I do like the fantasy score, and I'll show you why. As soon as I can find his game, here we go. So Hunter Green is set to go for a plus 103 on the under or on the over 7.5 strikeouts. I think he's going to hit 7 exactly. If we look on FanDuel, Hunter Green is always in that 7-8 range, 8-11, 8-6, 6-9 his last 6 games. So he's right there every single game. But to be safe, his fantasy score is way safer than the strikeout prop for this reason. He is also juiced to go a full 6 innings, which would then give him a quality start if he could keep it under 3 runs. He is projected for over 1.5 earned runs. My guess is it is 2 or 3. I doubt it will go over 3. Excuse me. So with that, he would be getting 21 points for 7 strikeouts. He would be getting 22 more for 18 for the 6 innings, 4 for the quality start, and assuming they get the win, which they are projected for, that would be another 6 points. So you'd be looking at 21 total for his strikeouts. We subtract, we'll say 3 runs scored against. That would bring him down from 21 to 12. Give him 22 more for the 6 innings pitched and the quality start. That's 12 plus 22 is 33. And the team wins is 6 points. That brings it to 39, which would be a more. That is your second pick. Pick number 3, Robbie Ray. Fantasy score over 40.5. Again, Robbie Ray is that same strikeout prop, but he is set at 7. Robbie is also right in that 7 range a lot of the time, but he doesn't have the greatest matchup against Texas. But I do think he lands in that 7 strikeout range. So if we look at what he is looking like on Pinnacle right now, Robbie Ray is juiced heavily on over 6.5 strikeouts. So let's call it he does hit 7. That's a push. I don't want to push. I want to win. So we're going to look at his fantasy points. He is projected to go heavily over 6 innings. He is projected to go heavily under 2.5 runs are scored. So he's going to get the quality start. They're projected heavily for the win also. So that is 10 free points basically. So we have 18 for the 6 innings pitched, minimal 6 innings pitched. That's 18, 22 for with the quality start. That's 22. We give him 7 strikeouts. There's 21 more. That's 43. A team win is 49. Earned runs against, he's juiced for under 2.5, so we'll give it 2. 49 minus 6 points for 2 runs against brings it to a 43, which gives us an over or a more. My last pick, it's totally up to you which way you would like to go. I think they're all actually safe. You could go to the strikeouts page and take a look at Carlos Carrasco. He is juiced pretty evenly at 5.5 on the sports book. Or you could go to somebody like, where'd he go? Marcus Stroman at 4.5, who's juiced a little more heavily towards the over 4.5. Other way you could go, I love Aaron Judge today against Jose Barrios. He has 8 for 20 with 5 singles, a double, 2 homers, and 2 walks, and only 2 strikeouts. The 400 average, 750 slugging. So this sounds like a matchup made in heaven for Judge, and number 61 coming tonight. So for that fourth pick, you could go with any of those three. The Judge over. You could play the Judge one actually two ways too. You could take the hitter. You could take the hitter total bases for Judge at 1.5. Then be safe. He hits a double, you still win. Or you could take the extra equity, saying he can hit a home run. You think he's going to hit the homer anyways. If he doesn't, you still got Gleyber Torres or Tony Rizzo to hit one. And let's take a look just for shits and giggles. Gleyber Torres against Barrios doesn't look great, but he does have a homer and a double. And how about Anthony Rizzo? And Mr. Rizzo is swinging a 7 for 19 with 4 singles, a double, 2 bangers, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So I like either way. The home run prop, the over 1.5 bases, or either of the strikeout pops of Carlos Carrasco or Marcus Stroman. Good luck.